What's the problem with me?
Can we get the real Andy? I would prefer the real Andy.
Oh, let's get the real Max. I'll take off my mask when you take off your mask, brother.
Because who's your new favorite YouTuber, Ian, that wanted to be on the show with us?
The Madman. The Madman.
Mad Movie Man.
Let's bring on Max Movies because he scares the living shit out of me. Hold on.
Oh, wow.
Mad Max says, I think you should apologize. Right? I'm sitting here in a goddamn torn down pool house.
I don't even know who
The
you
pool house
are.
is torn apart. Okay, it's torn apart because I'm remodeling on my $70 webcam. Okay, I'm no better than you.
Movie Madness Entertainment.
Welcome, everyone. I'm about to do some errands, go get some groceries, do yard work, and I just wanted to give a short live stream hot take. I could do these pre-recorded. I could get on camera, but you know what? What matters is what we're talking about here. And there are people freaking out about the Ezra Miller, Grant Gustin situation. And I do support hashtags, and I do support people. And I was there to support Ezra Miller. I need to preface this by saying I want the Snyderverse restored. I want everyone restored. I am tired of caping for douchebags. I'm sorry. It's not cancel culture to stop supporting people. We've jumped the shark with this anti-cancel culture shit. We really have. In the communities. Well, does he deserve? He doesn't deserve the opportunity anymore. Or Ezra. Let me use the proper pronouns. In Ezra does not deserve the opportunity anymore, in my opinion. Now, my friends want to stand by Ezra. Go right ahead. I will stand far away from Ezra so I don't get a chair thrown my direction. I'm sorry. I would stand far away from Ezra. I'm so sick of caping for douchebags and saying, well, this is cancel culture. You know what? Some people just don't get their jobs continued or contracts extended because they're bad employees. And it's not cancel culture. You know how many bad employees there are in this world? In the entertainment industry, especially when you have these franchise films and opportunities. Listen, franchise characters, superheroes are huge opportunities for people in the industry. And Ezra doesn't deserve this opportunity anymore. We're going to go along. We're going to examine some coping that Snyder fans are doing with the Ezra. Oh, there's these Grant Gustin fans. Grant Gustin has carried the mantle of the Flash in movies or in the entertainment industry longer than anyone else. Hasn't had any issues. There's dips in quality in the show. And honestly, I think it's the best case scenario. Do I think it's am I going to be upset if it doesn't happen? No. But I think it's the best case scenario also because you're not getting an exactly new Flash. You're finishing out an arc. So I think it's a very good opportunity. Yeah. Greetings. RJ destroyed the flush. Frack Ezra Miller. Again, yeah. We're not canceling Ezra. We were there to support Ezra. Okay. RJ says, I don't think Grant Gustin should be the one to replace Miller, get a new actor. Yeah, but RJ, what you're forgetting is that this isn't like a reboot of the DCEU. I would say if it was a reboot, get an all-new Flash, yes. But this is someone taking over for someone else. I honestly think, in my subjective opinion, Grant Gustin is probably the best solution because he's got that fan movement already. It would be an exciting Easter egg based on the blueprint of No Way Home. Bring other people in and what DC is trying to do. Bring bring a lot of fan service for people that have celebrated this character for so long, I think it's the best solution, in my opinion, although I'm not in charge. But there's a lot of, I'm actually going to show Mercury on Twitter that shows that they're pissed off that people even suggest. And wait till you see what Mercury says on Twitter, that he would rather have someone that commits crimes than a TV actor. This horrible, horrible take. Yeah, not supporting something doesn't mean you're canceling. Yeah, you don't have my support. You don't have my support anymore. I'm not here to deal with your bullshit. And that doesn't mean I'm canceling you. That means I'm not here to deal with your bullshit. I want to support people that care about other people and care about the bullshit in the wake that they leave. I'm so sick of people that don't care about other people in this world. Oh, I'm getting canceled. You're not doing your job good. You should be fired. You're not doing your job. They can't even release a Flash trailer right now without all this chaos. You can't even promote the movie without, Yeah, bad employees. It's just like, do you want to deal with do you want to fire bad employees? No, it's probably the worst. It's probably the hardest thing you want to, it's just, you don't want to do it, but people don't do anything. Let me see. El Perro del Autumno. People are ignorant of merit and more focused on the personal fifis in their bubble. Yeah. Brian says, how do look good defending this, but go hard after James Gunn for bad tweets? Bias. Oh, you mean the Snyder fans? Yes, exactly. Exactly. James Gunn, I hate his tweets. But he's very talented. And unless he hasn't been arrested or anything for his tweets. Absolutely. Well, I think people are being naive. Kavari, I know you have your bias. I think people are being naive that this doesn't impact future plans, potential plans about continuing, because the Flash is an important piece of the puzzle for whatever they do, regardless if they restore the Snyderverse or not. The Flash character is important for the Justice League and important for going forward. The CJH, $5. Rework the movie into a Batman Supergirl movie. Have Flash, Lost in Speed Force, bring in Wally West, recast with older actor. Yeah, I mean, I think they should still call it The Flash. That's an interesting idea, CJH, and thanks for the support. But I think they should just do something to move forward and to show that they're not going to have this nonsense. And there's no room going forward, even if Ezra is cleared of all this bullshit, to go forward with another project. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Let me see here. Brian says it's similar to sports. I'm a 49ers fan. When they went to the Super Bowl, they had 12 players that were arrested. So when Jed York said winning with class, that's what he meant. Yeah. Well, I'm going to, but I support your decision. I'm supporting the other actors. Well, I could get you on here, Zod, if you want. I don't know if you're available to pop in. This is just going to be a quick stream to get a difference of opinion. Hold on here. But Frack Ezra Miller for me. Frack Ezra Miller. I'm sick of it. I'm done supporting people that don't care about what they do. Actually, it's been a while, Zod. Let me see. Holy shit. Okay, I'm going to send you a link just in case you want to pop on. I want to read your comment here. And then I'm going to react to Sil. Okay, let me see what Zod says. Idiots keep tethering Ezra to the Snyderverse as if replacing an actor or something. Well, Zod, I'm one of those idiots because I want the Snyderverse to continue, but I think you may potentially being a little naive to think this doesn't impact. And I have gone on record to say I think Mikey and Sil are onto something, Zod. I do. I think they do have sources. I think they do know things, but things could always change. And Ezra is an important. Ezra's version of the Flash is important for anything continuing or the story continuing. So I don't think this has no impact at all. Ezra should be held accountable for whatever he's doing. Zach has recast roles before. Don't listen to Mercury. Yeah, I mean, I think there's still way forward, but I think this nonsense does have some impact. Okay. Hey Zod, how's it going, man?
Hey, how's it going?
I'm just sick of I'm just I don't like supporting people that have that disregard. There's so much talent involved with the Flash film, and I know we're concerned about the Flash film, but I'm just so sick of this coming up.
You know, there's a reason why I don't follow people like Mercury, Geralt of Snyderverse, and a lot of these extremists. And I'll tell you right now, this Ezra Miller stuff, like you said, whether it's true or not, the damage has been done. So
if you were a boss, would you say go let Ezra be in another project?
No,
absolutely not.
No. At this point, you kind of have to move beyond him, just because of the optics. I mean, look at what happened to Johnny Depp when this whole thing with Amber Heard and Johnny Depp jumped off. Everybody was so quick to jump down Johnny Depp's throat, and Johnny Depp was having trouble with roles. He was dismissed from Fantastic Beast. Look at all this stuff that's going on with Ezra Miller. Whether it's true or not, at some point, you have to stop and take a look and say, hey, he's not good for the brand moving forward.
No, it's not good for anybody.
And I'm not saying, and this is the thing, I like Ezra Miller. I've supported him as an actor. I agree with you. I don't think this is about canceling anybody. I think this is an evaluation of how this man handles himself both on and off the screen. If you can't keep your personal crap in order and you keep getting involved in these weird scenarios, it's just not a good look for the company. So I personally, as much as I like,
and what about
Ezra
everyone
Miller,
says, what about Ezra? What about everyone else involved with the project or continuing Justice League?
Right. That's what I'm saying. But this is what I keep trying to tell people. When people say, well, if Ezra Miller is gone, how is that going to impact the Snyderverse? And I keep trying to remind people, you remember Army of the Dead? You remember that movie that Zack Snyder made?
Yeah.
Do you remember how he seamlessly replaced an actor with another actor? And he was able to do it based off of, there was some issues, and he replaced the actor, and it didn't make one bit of a difference to the movie. The movie turned out fine.
Well, here's the thing, though. I agree with you to a point, Zod. Yes, it's possible, but Ezra's Flash is a bigger character,
no,
and more important to the universe.
But here's the thing, though. Here's the thing, though, Max. You get a good actor who's capable of playing the role of the Flash. It's not the actor that's important; it's the character. So if you can convey the character, if you can convey the actions of the character, and you can do the character justice, it doesn't matter who the actor is. Let's say, for example, Ezra Miller gets hit by a truck and dies tomorrow. He's not going to be around to play the Flash anymore. So if they want to use the character, they're going to need to replace the actor anyway. So my problem with this whole scenario is it's not like any character, any actor isn't replaceable. You can replace
That's true,
actors.
but it's just like one more stumbling. This is the thing. There's say there's a block here, Zod. I still think there's a path forward, but all these blocks keep adding on top of like where we need to get to get to get even a story resolved. And it's just like if the leaks were true about the ending of the Flash, where Batfleck reaches out to Barry and says, I forget what he says, find us or something, or that's that's a path forward for some continuation. It's just another freaking stumbling block.
But
Yeah.
again, replacing the actor, like here's the thing: this movie that they've done, this Flash movie.
Well, we do have to get to the paying customers too. Malachi Punk Trace 99 cent super sticker. I appreciate that. And here's RJ 9.99. And actually, just so you know, Zod, RJ said he's really appreciated the way Sil's been covering the Ezra situation. He said he's doing some good content.
Oh yeah, Sil and Mikey they've been doing a great job.
So I want to get, when RJ gives props, I think RJ's being really fair here. Mikey and Sil said it best. It's not show friends, it's show business. They did a great job covering this from the business perspective. You got to go what's best for your bottom line. Ezra equals bad PR, regardless of he's guilty or not. I don't want people to be canceled if they didn't do, but honestly, it doesn't matter to me, because Ezra's such a bad employee and such bad PR that even if Ezra is innocent, I want Ezra to have Ezra's day in court, but there's no favors whatsoever that's done for the rest of the people involved here. And it doesn't seem like Ezra, I mean, we don't have all the facts. It doesn't seem like Ezra's trying to avoid controversy either. Just Ezra's doing Ezra's thing. Seems like disregarding what's going on and just doing Ezra's own thing. I think Ezra's going to go off the grid. I don't even think.
And here's the thing too. Rel is making a good point here as well. I'm not judging.
I'm not trashing.
I'm not judging Ezra under any circumstances. All I'm saying is, from a PR perspective, I'm with you. It doesn't look good. And if WB is actually at the point
and playing the Flash as an opportunity,
replace him. Yeah.
You know how long some of us DC fans carried the mantle for Ezra. Let Ezra do the Flash movie. Remember when Ezra was trying to write the script on their own
with Grant Morrison? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And we championed that. And it's just like, Ezra, didn't you want to play the Flash when you got arrested? Didn't you say that Flash ring is so important to you? This is not showing respect for anything except yourself. I'm so sick of it. Taunting authorities on your Instagram. That's facts. That's not subjective. That's like mocking the whole situation.
Yeah.
That made it worse.
That didn't make it look good at all. And that's
juvenile.
My whole point.
That's juvenile. And that's a fact. That's a fact. Regardless if Ezra's guilty or not. What was Ezra doing on Instagram? Taunting people. I'm in another universe. You can't get to me. Extremely juvenile behavior.
Yeah, in his mind he thinks he's the Flash.
yeah.
But they think they're the Flash. Excuse me, I need to.
Well, right. If Ezra does not comply, does not go to court, I don't think there's defending that. If Ezra skips out on the court date,
Mm-hmm.
If that's coming up there, so we're gonna have I actually think maybe WB is waiting to see what happens there, see if Ezra makes an appearance in the all right. So I want to show the Mercury Twitter, but this is we're getting a lot of and I know you, Zod, when Ray Fisher said accountability over entertainment. I think if we really believe that, we have to treat that fairly. And I don't see a lot of that in I see some in the fandom, but not everyone in the fandom is on board. But
what you're looking at with the fandom, though, is again you're looking at extreme.
Oh yeah.
These are extremists. These are not people who represent. No, the fandom as a whole. I'm telling.
Yeah, and I don't plan on covering Mercury often because I don't follow Mercury. But this is ridiculous. Grant Gustin stands using this opportunity to push their delusional DCU Flash agenda again. I take Ezra with their extensive criminal record over a TV actor any day. Come on, that is a horrible take. I take someone with a criminal record over a TV actor. regardless of how you feel about the
realize
Flash,
he makes the whole fandom look bad when he
Oh,
says
yeah,
stuff
yeah.
like that. That's why. Again, this is why I don't follow these people.
No,
because they're not-
I know.
because
I know
they're
you
not
don't.
real. Because they're not real. They're just controversial Twitter handles. They jump on here. They say all kinds of crazy stuff. They don't give any thought to it. They don't make any sense. And then when you have people trying to actually make sense and speak about all this stuff fairly, like you, Sil, and Mikey, and even the way RJ is looking at it. When you have somebody like Mercury, it's like it kind of defecates on the whole thing, because it's like this guy is just saying the stupidest, worst possible take, and then he wonders why everybody hates the Snyder fandom. Everybody hates the fandom because people like him.
Potential criminal. He's not even saying if he's guilty or not. He just says,
right.
If he has an extensive criminal record, I would take him over a TV actor. And listen, regardless of what you think of the Flash TV series, overall, Grant Gustin has been very positive for the Flash fandom.
Yeah,
because Grant respects the opportunity for the character, of the mantle of the Flash, and has been a positive part of the Flash fandom, regardless if you think the Flash TV show is really great or not. And I don't know, did you like the Flash TV show at all? The first 2 seasons?
I never really got into any of the TV shows. I'm going to be honest with you.
Right. But at least I think you can at least say Grant has been a positive thing for the fandom, regardless of the quality of the show.
Because if he wasn't, the show wouldn't have gone on as long as it has. Obviously, there's an audience for it, and there's popularity. I just personally, for me, I've never been a fan of the CW shows, so that's it is extreme nonsense. This is a guy, like I said, nobody knows who these guys are. Geralt of the Snyderverse or Mercury. Nobody knows who they are. They're just Twitter handles that blew up because they were pushing something that a lot of people got behind. But at the end of the day,
he said half this was faked. I need real. Well, I understand people need real evidence, but come on, it's not. Of course, when one thing happens, there's going to be more people.
Okay,
there's good. Like I said, there's going to be a lot of people.
He needs real evidence. The fact that Ezra is taunting authorities on his Instagram page is real evidence.
Yeah,
like you said, that's legitimate. He legitimately said, like, you won't catch me. I'm in another universe. I mean, come on.
Yeah. Well, I actually wanted to do a quick watch of I'm still a fan of Sil and Mikey. I know honestly I don't think Sil's going to talk too much.
Well, absolutely. You're talking to me, and you know who I am, and you know how close I am to Sil and Mikey.
Well, I didn't watch this ahead of time. It says The Flash and Ezra Miller canceled, but the reason I'm watching this is RJ recommended their coverage, so I want to see what they say. It's just a 3-minute video. You probably watched this already. I want to see what he says. Oh
yeah, because I go to all the live events.
Okay, I want to see how they cover this.
We are back like we used to do it, and a lot of topics with this. Mikey's run the Flash project, Ezra Miller, some weird accusations. Weird social media behavior by Ezra Miller as well. But everyone's talking about the Flash film, which is still over a year away. You got people panicking to just pull the plug or whatever. But what's your latest thoughts on this with the Flash?
Yeah, it's getting pretty serious, man.
Okay.
All the things that Ezra Miller's been doing right now, it just gets worse and worse. Like, it gets weirder too.
Yeah.
But it's just getting more and more sick, and so they have options.
Well, to let Bell know, it's trending more than ever, and then like people like Geralt of Snyderverse are saying it's just Grant Gustin stands taking advantage of the situation. There's no evidence, but I think a lot of us rational fans are like, you know what, like Zod, nothing would make you happier to have this Snyderverse continue and these characters continue some kind of continuance of their story. But I can't justify if I can't feel comfortable saying, yeah, I want to watch Ezra in another project. Or like even releasing in these
I can
big
guarantee you
superhero
right now,
universes. Yeah.
I can guarantee you right now, and I could say this based on, who I talk to and what I know, they will replace Ezra, but it's not going to be Grant Gustin. It'll be another actor. I'm telling you that right now.
Okay. I'm fine with any, like, look at my thumbnail. Better than Ezra. Anyone is better than Ezra at this point. Anyone. And I would be happy with Grant Gustin, but I'll take anybody over Ezra. Because I don't think there's a lot of respect for the fans, the character, and other people in the industry about how your actions impact everyone else. There's a conversation in here about not being, we're not for cancel culture, but I think we want to support people that also reciprocate the love back for the fandom. Like, you really champion, like, other characters that have carried the mantle, like Henry Cavill, Ben Affleck, they really... No, Ben Affleck's had his own demons, but he kept it inward. It didn't impact other people. And if anything, it was damaging his own, So once you go past where your shit impacts other people, I can't stand by you anymore. I can't stand by Ezra. I'll stand away from Ezra.
You don't want to get hit with a chair. Remember.
No, well, I mean, even if stuff happen, even if all this shit blows over, the movie comes out, I can't say, go start filming Flash 2. I don't want to deal with this shit again. And I don't know why Zaslav must be pissed as hell over this shit.
Oh, yeah.
How could you justify it? Honestly, they put yourself in as if you were in charge of DC, there is no rational way. Like, and I hear a lot of my friends saying, well, it's been it's a year, things can happen. How could you rationalize greenlighting anything with Ezra, even if things get cleared up? There's just so much lead time. It's just it's like such a gamble.
But look at how everybody is running back to Johnny Depp now. There's going to literally be a bidding war for that guy. I mean, that guy is going to have a resurgence like you wouldn't believe, and rightfully so.
Well, RJ says, if Ezra is innocent, does that change anything? No, it doesn't change it for me. I mean, I want Ezra to be innocent. I want no one to be hurt. It doesn't change a damn thing the next time if you want to go forward with Flash 2. If you want to go forward with another Justice League or cameos in the other movies, it doesn't change a damn thing. Because there's just no confidence. I have zero confidence in any other thing you put Ezra in. These movies take a year lead time to when you're done filming to get the special effects done. There is no rational way in my mind that I would be able to justify Ezra being for any other project.
It would have to be.
It's not even just a Flash. Like say if they do another Fantastic Beast or whatever. No,
it would have to be it would have to be literally proven that he was framed and all of this was completely made up. It would have to be legitimately proven to the public.
Oh, let's also give a shout out to Brian, Master of None. Recently lost his father. He's been, Brian is a good friend to everyone.
Brian's a good dude.
And he carries on the legacy of his father. Everyone loved his father. We all love you, Brian. And carrying on that mantle, your father. And hope you can still have a nice Father Day remembering all the great moments with your dad. That's also kind of something to do on Father's Days. Even if your father's not with you, just give some nice thoughts to your father. And I have to call mine. Mine's out of town. All the fathers out there. And if they're no longer with you, remember the good moments on Father's Day, Definitely. Okay, so let's watch the rest of this here.
The table, what to do with this film? Obviously, they can't, reshoot the film now and put somebody else in there. That's going to cost so much more money, and it'll be worth it at that point. They are seriously thinking of just throwing this on HBO Max. Is what I'm hearing.
That is what a lot of us have been saying. You know how many people have been saying, Zod, in the movie talk industry, that's stupid. That is a good solution to me.
Well, you just throw it on there. It doesn't cost you money because you own the material. You throw it on there. It essentially gets buried, but there's deeper implications if you do that because the movie potentially sets up so many other things. So the idea is that if you throw it on HBO Max, you're just considering it a right. It's like the next best thing, short of just like shelving the movie altogether and not releasing it at all. You know, it's just,
well, I mean, honestly, if they tried to not release it at all, I would carry the hashtag release this. I still want to see the Flash movie, regardless. But there's a lot. People get so personal in movie talk. They're like, that is ridiculous to even suggest. I've heard a lot of this stuff. It's ridiculous to even suggest that it could be put on HBO Max. Why is it ridiculous? This is an unparalleled situation that hasn't happened this aggressively for, and like there's been other actors that have been canceled, but not one featured this prominently in a movie, you know, and such a lead up time.
Yeah, like the
film's released.
Allegedly, Ezra is pretty much in every scene of the film. So
Ezra's, like multiple Ezra's.
Yes.
Yes. So this is an unparalleled situation, and the other reason it's so different from like that Kevin Spacey film where he was replaced or Army of the Dead is that it impacts other movies. Like the Army of the Dead replacement, that character was a huge character, more easily replaced. And then the Kevin Spacey, where they refilmed his role, that was a self-contained movie. This is a movie that has implications on other movies. So that all has to be considered. Ryan, my good pal Ryan, I think you're being potentially a little bit naive that once the trailers come out, okay, so people catch up with the news, and the general public is actually, I feel, more informed than they have been in the past. When you start to see a trailer come out, then those other old articles are going to pop even more with Ezra. Ezra's trending on Twitter all the time. I think a lot of people know, and a lot of people might not even know who Ezra is, but they might say, hey, that's that Flash actor. That's that Flash actor. Do you know how bad that Flash actor? And honestly, unfortunately, to the detriment of movie talk, people are a lot, you know how like they used to call everyone Aussies a couple years ago? Now everyone's a groomer. This is the go-to accusation for everyone. So it's on a lot of people's minds, a lot of people, family minds, that unfortunately there's a lot of fear mongers out there on the internet saying even Disney itself creates an environment for grooming. So this is a strong, unfortunately, I want Ezra to be cleared of this, especially if it's false, but the general public cares about that and the specific accusation for sure. And I think, I love you, Ryan. We just differ in opinion on this. I feel you may be being a little naive to think that general audiences won't catch up on this story. I mean, it was covered on CNN too, and CNN's got its own problems. I'm just saying it's reached the mainstream news. And when the movie starts getting marketed, this is all going to come back up, especially if it's not resolved. So that's my response to you, Ryan, but I still love you, bro. And I'm looking forward to, hey, Project Justice League. And I think me and Zod do appreciate that project. But I just, my opinion, feel like in this specific topic, you might be a little bit naive that audiences are more informed. And it's one of the hot button issues in entertainment industry is what the entertainment industry allows, and that also that they let people in the entertainment industry get away with not literal murder, but things that us normies can't. And that's another thing. I think this does have implications to the mainstream. I don't know. So do you think it'll reach out to the mainstream if they try to promote this stuff's going to resurface or get more? That you can't even release a trailer in this situation.
I kind of feel like we have a bias because we are covering this stuff all the time. We're talking about this stuff all the time. And I agree with Zever Fed here about him being part of the Hollywood culture, which is probably why, and this is where I qualify that, this is probably why Ezra has been able to, this stuff has been able to keep happening without the studio even doing anything, because again, he's part of that culture. He's part of the current, the way things are. And there's a lot of reporting out there that talks about just how deeply embedded into the Hollywood culture that Ezra actually is, by the way. So a lot of that is true. But as far as like the general audience, you're right. And it is starting to reach, the mainstream audiences and stuff. But at the end of the day, I have to wonder just how much the mainstream audience is going to care one way or the other when it comes to this movie in particular. I don't know. I mean, that's hard to say.
Okay. Well, I do also have to run some errands, and I appreciate you coming on. So I wanted to finish this, get our final thoughts. This is just a quick stream, but I like what there's, it's interesting what they're saying. And I am, for one, I have many friends that disagree. I think Mikey does have sources, and he's hearing
absolutely
that they might be considering an HBO Max debut, which I think you explore all your options, even if you don't go that way. I think that's
I honestly think ultimately that may be where Zaslav chooses to go, because they have to invest more money if they're gonna promote it theatrically. But then again, everything is a gamble, so who knows?
Oh, Variety just dropped an article. Okay, hold on. Variety.
Wow.
Variety, Ezra Miller? Let me see. That I wish this link was working for me. Hold on a second. I'll have to go to my. Can you tweet it at me, RJ? Or let me go to. Oh man, I'm still recovering from some horrible poison ivy. Holy shit. Let me see. Okay, I had to go. Well, this doesn't really say anything new though. It just Zod gets it.
It focuses on the options, that Mikey Sutton was basically has been talking about.
There is a lot of bias against Mikey and Sil, where the main trades cover it, then it's okay. Now, okay. All right. So here, let me get to Variety. It says Warner Brothers has high hopes for The Flash, and people are saying it's actually good too, which is very.
Did you see the leaks? Did you see the leaks?
I didn't see the leaks
the
yet.
actual movie. The movie
no spoilers.
It doesn't sound bad. Is all I'm saying. It sounds pretty interesting.
Yeah, so I want to research that later. Warner Bros. Has high hopes for The Flash, but the studios faces tough decisions as scandals mount for the storm. Yeah, they're going to explore their options. It doesn't mean they're going to activate, but why wouldn't you explore your options? It says that Warner Brothers does not plan to replace Ezra Miller in The Flash, though. Let me bring up the article.
Well, yeah, they'd have to reshoot the movie if they're going to replace him, and that's going to cost.
Well, I mean, that's that. There's a little nuance here. Doesn't like replace him to completely is different than having a story point where it's a different Flash at the end or something. So that's
also an option.
Yeah, I mean I don't think will not replace him doesn't mean that they won't replace him in the future or have a story point that could be a potential spoiler that they don't want out there that says, "Oh, this is your new Flash at the end." All right, so let's finish with the Mikey and Sil video here, because I do want to see what they say at the end. Hold on here. Man, am I itchy? The hell's... Why is my StreamYard? Yeah. Yeah, it does. Can you hear this okay? Okay. Look, here's the receipts that Mikey and Sil don't downplay stuff either. They're not downplaying it because they want the Snyderverse to continue. I will just say that they're treating it with the seriousness it is. If there has to be some type of evidence if you get a court order, and that should be respected, even if you're innocent. Not mocking the system. That's where I'm also like, nope. Yes.
Are you playing the video? Because I can't hear it, Max.
Oh, you can't?
No.
It's having an issue. Oh, I know what I did. Sorry. I was playing it in another. I had too many tabs open. I was wondering what was going on. Oh God, I have to. My apologies. Thanks for telling me. I had the wrong thing. Everyone's probably like, "What is Max doing?" Was there silence?
Yeah, and then you were like replying to your. You were replying to yourself. I don't know.
Oh my God. Oh wow.
Options on a table of just putting it to streaming if it gets any worse than it's still fresh right now, the latest accusation and keep in mind still that court orders aren't given unless there's some evidence. They aren't just blindly given like that. So
yeah. That's important. Court orders are just blindly given. There has to be some type of reason for it. I think that's accurate, right? Zod?
Yeah, that's absolutely true. They don't give court orders if they don't have some evidence. That's just evidence that hasn't been disclosed to us yet.
No, Rel, I want Ezra to be innocent. I want to me personally, regardless of Ezra's innocence or not, I just don't think Ezra's stable enough as someone in entertainment. And there's multiple things you get with your contract, promotion of the film. It's not a good employee. And I'm not canceling Ezra for that. I'm saying Ezra's not a good employee. Ezra, I don't believe, deserves the opportunity to carry on the mantle, regardless of being guilty or not. And I'm not trying to cancel. Some of these characters, like our pal Ryan Zeverfett, people get too attached to certain individuals playing the character. These characters are beyond the person playing them. They mean a lot. And it's an opportunity. And give the opportunity to someone that's going to handle the situation with grace and bring something more to the character and is a benefit to the company, the character, and the legacy of the Flash than a detriment. And I can't support people. I'm not defending, all right.
It's fairly serious what's going on. I'll be shocked if this film comes out on time in theaters, is what I'm trying to say here. This production has troubled. I think it's cursed from the very beginning. They couldn't find the right creative team for this. I've been hearing about the Flash movie since the 80s, late 80s. I've been hearing about this thing. I mean, it's been back and forth, and nothing,
That's interesting because I know I guess like other outlets are kind of saying something similar with that. With even
I'm
when
not
they
against
really shelve a
yeah.
film of this cost, like that's the most shocking thing to me.
Yeah,
if that's even an idea.
It is, and the only reason why they haven't said anything right now is because it's it's a very expensive film. That's the only reason why, that Warner hasn't said anything right now. Besides, sure, there's the legal reasons they can't comment right now too. But they haven't made a decision yet, so.
Yeah, so we'll see how that develops. That's some interesting stuff being talked about out there about this film. So
all right, good video.
He went into more detail if you watched Scoop Center yesterday.
I didn't get a chance to watch it yet.
Yeah.
Oh, great. Let me see if I can block. Oh, I can't block.
Oh yeah. Well, it wouldn't be a good live stream if you didn't get spammed
corn.
by the naked cheapest sex.
Well, don't say it. You're gonna get me
Spam bot.
demonetized. You're gonna get me demonetized at the end.
Sorry.
No, that was good coverage. I can't take it anymore with this, and I've gone back and forth. Being a DC fan is very emotional because it's like your emotions get played with constantly if wanting to see these great characters on screen and see the Justice League and seeing stories complete. And I've gone back and forth the Flash movie, but now I really want to see it. I can't support this anymore because of how it doesn't benefit the company, the character, in the Justice League, everyone else doing their job and promoting this product. And I'm standing away from Ezra Miller and Frack Ezra for not keeping Ezra shit together. And I hope nothing comes from it. I honestly hope nothing comes from it. And I still wouldn't put Ezra in it, Flash 2. I would never say, and it's not for me to say, but I would, if you were in charge, I don't rationally, you want to defend Ezra as much as you can. Okay, give Ezra the benefit of the doubt. If you had to foot the bill and it explained to all the people that support your company and shareholders and stuff, well, we're greenlighting Flash 2 and Ezra's back. Yeah, effing right. I think we're kidding ourselves even if this shit blows over. That's just not going to happen. I think we're kidding ourselves if we think that's going to happen. But that's my final thoughts. Zod, what's your final thoughts on this?
I'm just going to wait and see what happens. I mean, I'm not making any judgments whatsoever, but when I say things about how I don't think that they will continue on with Ezra, I'm just speaking about it from a business perspective.
Yeah.
Nothing more. Like, I just think
right.
it would be a business thing if
any studio really.
If they don't continue on with him beyond this movie, it's because of all of this stuff, and it's because of all the bad publicity, and that's all it is. But
yeah, who's going to hire Ezra? Disney's not going to.
But at this point, I still feel like we as an audience don't know enough about this situation. We don't have all of the facts, and because of that, and we probably never will have all of the facts. That's the other issue. But like I say, it is what it is at this point. I hope that this movie is able to be somewhat successful.
Can you deliver? Even though I don't like collab with Sil anymore, could you call Sil out on something, Zod, for all of us here?
What do you want me to
next
call
time
him
you're
out
on the
on?
stream, tell him his Nerdwall game is lousy and it's bullshit, and people are sick of looking at his bare walls. He's got the same tower of pops that's not even neatly put up.
I'm not the guy to call him out on that because I don't have nothing behind me either.
It's freaking pathetic that he's got all these channel members and all the support, and his Nerdwall game is pathetic, man. I can't take him seriously with Scoop Center with the towering pops just falling over and no cool posters on his wall or something. Come on. No cool lighting or anything, just the Keurig to the side and the tower. He needs to get it together.
He's definitely moving up in the world, I'll tell you.
Well, I mean, his wall is bullshit. His wall is bullshit. Yeah, my wall game, come on. I tell him if he ups the ante with the production value of his wall, he'll get to 3K soon.
I don't know. I think he's going to get to 3K regardless. To tell you.
Well, yeah, but all right. So I thumbs up his video. I think that's all I got to say on this one. This was just supposed to be a hot take. Thanks, Zod, for coming on.
You're very welcome. Thank you for having me.
There's a lot of just to keep transparency. Zod's still a friend. You have a lot of critics on my channel though. So say hi to your critics there, and we had a nice conversation.
It is what it is. What it is.
It is what it is.
I don't. And like I said, I try to reach out to people, even people who don't particularly like me, because I really feel like there's always a way to find common ground with everybody. So, yeah.
I should groom my dogs more. Yeah, they need grooming. Okay. Well, bye everyone. I have to do more yard work, get some groceries. And I have lots of stuff to do. I got to get ready for later. And I'm playing. Have you played TMNT Shredder's Revenge?
Yes, I'm loving it. I think it's a fantastic game.
Oh man. I love
it. I got it on PlayStation and on the PC.
All right. I also got Final Vendetta as another.
Oh, I got that game too. It's great.
It's hard. How do you get past the third level? Like I can't get past the third level.
I haven't gotten that far. I've only played a little bit of it, but it reminds me a lot of Streets of Rage.
Hey Ashley.
Hey
How's
Ashley.
it going? Yeah, the music is amazing. It's just hard as hell. I think the only way I'm going to get past it is to plug in a second controller and then have two people play it.
Oh no, Anthony Cheese, man, I don't hate you. I don't hate anybody, man. It's not that serious.
Hey, before you go, how do you like Obi-Wan?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm enjoying the series. In spite of its flaws, I'm enjoying the series very much. So yeah.
All right. We'll check out Zod. We'll talk to you guys later. I got to do errands. I streamed instead of going to the store. I was supposed to go to the store an hour ago. Bye, everyone. And I'm supposed to do yard work. Oh, boy.
I love you too, Belle. Later.
All right. Bye.